listen, until you bleed for 7 days, okay, out of the month, every month, you will never know what it's like to be in our shoes.
Get your money, sis, fuck a hater. Get your money, sis, get your weight up. Make your money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And you might as well go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. If you're watching this far and you're still watching, go ahead and push that thumbs up button for me. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Since the passing of the self-proclaimed relationship expert Kevin Samuel passed away, there has been a lot of controversy, a lot of men versus women. Since this whole new era of podcasts have come out where men are sitting down and they're getting to voice how they feel and having group discussions as men, and women are getting to discuss how they feel and expressing themselves as a group of women, I feel like there is a war going on between men versus women. And in particular, a lot of it is our own, as usual, and it's just a lot of hate between the two. And it was all entertaining and well and good. And, you know, some people you agree with, some people you don't. I myself agreed with some of these podcasts and some of these views of the men and some of the views of the women. I'm like, okay, I see what you're going. I get it. But certain things, I'm just like, yeah, no, it's a no for me. I don't understand. And some things are controversy. That's the whole point of these podcasts. You get to voice your opinions and say what you want, as I am doing here, where some people are just not going to agree with what you have to say. But I was literally taken aback when a recent clip of these two young ladies on the podcast, one of them happened to be who I love, B. Simone. She is everything. I always found her very relatable, very down to earth, you know, just a whole vibe. But I was like, whoa, slow down, you're doing too much. Okay, I love you, but you're doing too much. So they were discussing the Martin Luther King. We all know Martin Luther King, we all know Dr. Martin Luther King and what he has done for us as a people. To most African Americans, he is the greatest thing that could have ever happened to us, because he changed so many things for us in this country. However, these two ladies feels like he's not that great. Why is he not that great? Let's roll the clip and see what they had to say.
Important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I'm gonna give you this example. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur. He's such a boss.
He's a boss.
Look at that man. He's a boss. He's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man? You're not great. You're not great. God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human.
So, because he cheated on his wife, that makes him just an okay person. Because you cannot be all these things. You cannot be a role model. You cannot be a great dad if you cheat on the woman you love. Okay. So my question to you is, do you agree with these young ladies? Do you feel like he's not all that great of a person? Because look what he did to his wife. Or is it all fair in the battle of the sexes? Because I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling like everybody is just trying to point out every single flaw about each other, male or female, that we're just bringing up anything at this point. We're doing anything to make the other side look bad. So, I'm going to go ahead and drop my 2 cents in on this situation. I'm going to be honest. I was very disappointed with the comment. I just feel like it wasn't necessary. Him cheating on his wife does not take away from the things he has done, the sacrifices that he has made to make changes for our people. I don't think it takes away from that at all. It's unfortunate that he's flawed as any other person is. Yeah, he's not a saint. He's not Jesus Christ. You understand? To put him on that type of pedestal and say, well, he's just an okay guy because he cheated, so to hell with everything else he's ever accomplished in life, is a little unfair to say. Yeah, it can be a little disheartening to hear, like, you know, you're a leader, you're a role model, you're this, you're all these things, but yet you do this to your wife. How does that work? How do we respect you if you can't even respect the woman that you love? What was going on in that man's house has nothing to do with us. If it wasn't for the wiretaps, we would have never known that he was doing that. And obviously that was just another tactic to tear him down and make him look like a bad person to the people who were following him. And I feel like they just added on to that. You're doing exactly what those people were doing, trying to make him look like a bad person because he messed up. It's not an excuse. It's not okay, but it doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't make him a bad father. Certainly not a bad dad. That was a big debate as well. Like, you know, being a bad husband doesn't make you a bad father. And that is very true. Sometimes a family gets the combination of a bad husband and a bad father, or a bad mother and a bad wife. But just because you are not good to your spouse does not make you an unfit parent. So yeah, I just feel like it was just another podcast moment. I feel like these platforms are creating these environments for everybody to, yes, speak their opinions, but I feel like it's creating some type of war between men and women. Like, I had this debate with my brother a few weeks ago. Shout out to him if he's watching. And he keeps sending me videos of, like, you know, why women can't get a man, and why women still single, and why men, just all these type of things. And it's like, is this all these podcasts are about? Is this what our platforms are now being used for, to just tear each other down? And although sometimes what they say on these podcasts, yeah, it's like, okay, I get it. I've been there. I've experienced this. I'm glad someone's here to speak on it. But instead of speaking about it and having these healthy conversations and learning from it, it's creating this friction of, like, F all niggas and fuck all these bitches. And it's like, well, if it gets to that point, fuck niggas get money, fuck bitches get money, okay, then who we gonna be with? I mean, it's cool to be single, but you don't want to be single for the rest of your life. I mean, some people do, that's okay, but some people don't. So if you feel like F all these dudes is the same and all these bitches is the same, who we gonna be dating? Each other? I just feel like it's so much hatred, and we have enough of that in this world. We don't need to be coming at each other. It's not it shouldn't be a men versus women situation. We should be able to have these dialogues without woman bashing or men bashing. You understand what I'm saying? We should be able to have these conversations and learn from it and figure out, what is it? Okay, how can we better understand each other so that we don't have these same problems going forward? So for these two women to sit there and bash somebody like Dr. Martin Luther King, and I'm not saying he's all hell this brother, but it's just like, what does that have to do? How is that relevant to today? You understand what I'm saying? How is trying to make him seem like this horrible person benefiting us as a people? You understand what I'm saying? What went on in that man's personal home had nothing to do with what he was doing on that front line. Period. Did Coretta go anywhere? She stuck beside him. So why you pressed? I feel like this was a little bit all over the place. But I just was like, I was so taken aback. Like, what? That was tacky. I didn't like it. Let's use these platforms for healthy dialogue. Let's educate one another about the opposite sex, because I feel like the reason why we keep doing this and why it's like, well, you don't know what it's like to be a man, or you don't know what it's like to be a female. Of course, I will never know what it's like to be a man, and a man will never know what it's like to be a woman. This is why we need to be open to hearing what the opposite sex has to say and get a better understanding. Like, okay, I see why you're like this. I see why women have these mood swings. I see why guys don't like to open up. We have to be able to have that healthy dialogue in order to have healthy relationships with each other, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, family members. Like, we have to better understand each other. Because if not, it's just going to be a constant, like, you don't effing get it. But anyway, I'm going way off topic. As usual, I thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you follow me on all of my social medias. Everything will be in the descriptions down below. And Jenny is out.